Hey, all my JavaScript friends, this is the Virtuoid, aka Mike Smith, and this is Fun with JavaScript, our race project. If you like this video, please click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Okay, this is a quick little update. I think I have the car working, so I kind of want to go through very quickly what I did to get the car decently working. Basically, the whole issue seemed to be how I developed the wheels, whether I've used cylinders or spheres or what I call a collapsed sphere or an ellipse. So let me kind of show you the difference. What I've done in my code here, first of all, is I have got a wheel type of cylinder, and when I was doing my testing here, I went ahead and created just another option on my car with the wheel type so I can kind of very quickly switch between the different types to figure out what's going on. So I'm going to show you first of all what happened when I did the cylinder. So let's bring that back up. Let's go to my test track, and I'm going to click on Go Car, and there's my car. And I've got a follow camera too, so the camera kind of follows it around. Now that worked good, but notice what happened there. Notice it hit the side, and then just suddenly kind of stopped and bounced over, and it bounced around. Let's do it again here. So it rolls down. That's pretty nice. Hits the side, and boom! Just suddenly just kind of rockets or bounces completely off of the side there. And after a lot of testing, I figured out that the problem might have been with the cylinders. And this is what the cylinder wheel looks like. As you can tell, it's nice and round as you expect, but it's a 90-degree angle at the rim of the wheel. And my theory is that when it hit a wall or something like that, it interacted as if it's a 90-degree angle, so it was just kind of Lord knows what would happen at that point. And I think that's one of the reasons it's just kind of going back and forth on what is basically a flat plane here. There's no slope on this particular part of the curve. So I think it's going back and forth because it's having problems trying to figure out how to deal with that 90-degree angle onto the curve, with the curve of the wheel onto the flat surface. That was my theory. So what I did was I went back in here and said, okay, well, let's see what spheres look like. So I started experimenting then with spheres, and some of this was last week or so. So let's save that. And let's go into the test track again. Let's click on Go Car. Let's actually click on Go Car. There we go. And then I make a mistake. And I think I made a mistake. So next I tried a round wheel. This is basically a spherical wheel. I called it round. So let's save that off. Let's go into the test track. Let's click on Go Car. And now you can see there's the round wheels. Those work pretty good. But one of the problems I had was that when it did hit a wall, it just kind of started spinning around. Hopefully you'll see that if it hits a wall around here. You see this is pretty good, but a lot of times it would just spin around, and after thinking about it, I'm sitting there thinking, well, that's all probably because it's a round spherical wheel. So when it hits that wall, it's just going to sit there and spin and do a whole bunch of different things like a ball would do. So of course that's not going to work very well. So what else could it be? Well, then I remember reading the documentation that, and you can see that's what the sphere looks like, was the wheel. I remember in the documentation that you can set a diameter as a sphere, but you can also set both the X, Y, and Z diameters. And I thought, okay, so what if we had a flattened sphere? Kind of get the best of both worlds. So we got the flattened sphere, which will look like the cylinder, so it'll look more like a wheel, but the edges would not be 90-degree angles, the edges would be rounded. So trying to get the best of both worlds, if indeed that was the problem with the 90-degree angles. So let's go back into our code, and within our code we'll change that from round to ellipse. We'll save that. Let's go into Fun with JavaScript code, go to our test track and go Car, and there goes our car again. And see, it hit a wheel, and it hit the side of the wheel, and it just fixed itself. And there you go. See? That's what the wheels look like. So now I've got the same type of cylindrical wheel that I was expecting to have, or that looks a lot better. But now I'm rolling. I've got it on a I've got it on a rounded edge now, and so it should interact with the edges a whole heck of a lot better than it did before. So let's hit Go Car again. We'll back out. Now, it's not perfect. As you can tell, they're kind of wrecked and did that. But if you think about it, you know, even just regular old Hot Wheels cars will do the same thing sometimes. They'll hit the sides and just kind of just blow out on you. So it's not like that's not normal. Let's just hit go car again. There we go. That's nice. And again, there's no slope. And see, also notice when I had the cylinder wheels, when it hit the embankment or it hit the wall, it would sometimes almost jump over it. Notice this one corrected itself. Let's hit go again. So this is running really, really nice. A whole heck of a lot better than the way it was running a lot earlier. So I'm really, really happy about this. So I'm going to expand the size of this track a little bit, just this one section. I'm also going to try to put a slope on the big long curve here. And then I'm going to try to put 4 cars in there and see what happens. Oh, this is a good run here. Yeah, boy, can you imagine if we had a banked curve there, how well that would run? So it looks like that, at least as of right now, I've got the general physics of the cars working well, or at least the wheelbase of the cars working well. So I'm tickled pink about this. This is just really, really good looking here. So that next thing I'll test it with 4 different cars, and we'll build ourselves a better track and see what that works. And then we'll clean up the code. We'll do all the videos to present the code, and man, this is just going to be absolutely great. And maybe we'll try to figure out how to run some races with some cars. Hey, if you like this video, please click on the like button below, subscribe to this channel, or leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you. And again, thank you so very much for watching. This is the Virtuoid, aka Mike Smith. We'll see you later.